Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with these two palettes from ColourPop. I wanted to update you on a couple of things in my life. I was part of a competition, I'm a finalist, and that final round concert is coming up really soon, so I got a dress for it. So I'm very excited about that, and I also wanted to just touch base on my upload schedule with YouTube videos because I do have a newborn. If you're new to my channel, hey there, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling, stay-at-home mom. I love play with eyeshadow, particularly colorful eyeshadow, and I do upload several videos every week that are all eyeshadow related. So if you like what you see, do consider liking and subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss new videos. Let's get going with this eye look. I already primed my eyes using the Glamlight Icing Primer. Everything that I use is linked down below in the description box as always. Today I'm going to play with these two palettes. At first I thought I just wanted to use the Child from ColourPop, but then I thought I wanted to bring in a different, slightly more unexpected or interesting, fun pop of color, so I pulled out the Muppets palette. It's actually called Holidays, Holidays, Holidays. It's when ColourPop collaborated with the Muppets, but I just call it the Muppets palette because I think the name is stupid. Anyway, we're gonna zoom in and get going. I'm gonna start with my outer corner, and I'm gonna take a medium blending brush and go into the shade Float Your Crib. I was about to say float your boat. Float your crib. There's a lot of kick up in these pans. It's not the end of the world, it's just something to be aware of. And I'm just going to leave this in my outer corner. I want to combine cool and warm tones. That's a really fun way to do more monochromatic looks. If you want to stay in one color story or family, but make the look a bit more interesting, then pairing cool and warm tones together within that color family can be a good way to do it. I wanted to update you guys on a couple of things, or just share a few thoughts. First off, if you don't know, I was part of a vocal competition months and months ago. We had a couple rounds of callbacks, and now we're getting ready for the final audition. At the time of this filming, I'm about 2 weeks out from the final audition, and the final audition is actually a performance with a full orchestra and all the other finalists, and also a singer who came to town from Broadway. I'm very excited about it. Above, I will card for you the videos where I talk about being a finalist and what all of that involves. I have found out more information. The finalists are going to be performing some songs together, and we're also going to be featured on some billboards in the area. There are actually two theoretical winners. The one winner is the grand prize winner, and that's the finalist whom the judges select after the show. And then, so the audience can vote on the person they like the best, and that person, if they're different from the grand prize winner, would be called the audience favorite. And the grand prize winner will have a spot on the morning news the Monday after the concert, and both the grand prize winner and the audience favorite would theoretically be invited back for future performances with the symphony. So it's all very exciting. And yesterday I found a gown to wear on stage. Now I was pretty apprehensive about that because I just had a baby, so I've got this postpartum body which is quite different from my normal body. And it's different, you know, and it can affect your self-esteem and make you feel weird because nothing fits right, nothing looks quite right. You're lumpy in new places, and especially as a breastfeeding mom, I just keep changing sizes. There's a lot of variability, and my sister called my clothing situation mercurial, which I loved. But anyway, that's where I am, and so I was trying to figure out what on earth am I going to wear to this performance, because trying to plan ahead of time but not knowing what size you're going to be, it was a little bit stressful. Now here's where I'm talking about mixing warm and cool tones. In the Muppets palette, there's a shade called Being Green. I'm going to take that on a much smaller blending brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out the very warm toned green that I just laid down. There's also a lot of kick up in this shadow, but that's not unusual given that it's more neon. Apparently neon shadows give you a lot of kick up. Anyway, so I was a bit apprehensive about finding a gown because it needed to be black tie, and I had one in my closet which I put on and I cried. It would look awful. It just, my body's not there yet, and the gown looked terrible. So I was trying to find a place in the area that would rent formal wear, which is a lot more difficult to find than I expected. I figured, you know, guys can rent tuxes. Why can't women rent evening gowns? I mean, you don't often need to own formal evening gowns. How often do you go to a black tie event or a cruise or something, you know? But anyway, I finally found a place in the mall which rents formal wear, and I went there the other night just to check them out and be like, Yes, because they had lots and lots of options in lots of sizes. So I thought, this is great. I'll come back without kids and try things on. So that's what I did last night. Technically, I didn't go back without kids. I left the 2 youngest kids at home with my husband, and I went back with my oldest daughter because I knew that she would want to see all the pretty dresses. So I tried on about a dozen gowns in different colors and sizes. I was first trying to figure out what size range I was in, and then from there I'd be like, all right, now let's try to choose a color and style. Tried on a bunch of dresses, and then I had like a top 3. The baby's rutching around. She's napping right here. She's so cute. Anyway, I had a top 3. I think I'm going to bring this green shadow onto my lower lash line as well because it's really pretty. And I finally chose the one that I thought was most appropriate given the circumstance, the setting. I'm, you know, with an orchestra on stage. I don't need anything too va-va-voom. I don't need anything too blingy. I wanted it to be tasteful, elegant, and sophisticated. So I'm very excited. I found a beautiful eggplant colored dress, which has all beadwork on the bodice. It's got a nice V neckline, and then it's slightly mermaid shaped, but not too much. And I just think it's a good choice. And possibly as important is I feel pretty wearing it. And that was a bit of a hurdle because your body's been changing for 9 months and growing and being weirdly shaped. And then you have a baby and your hormones are raging, emotions are all over the place, and now your body is continuing to change in different ways. And it's not what it was before, and there's a lot. So I really wanted to find something that made me feel elegant and chic and sophisticated, but still worked for the situation and wasn't enormously expensive. So I'm really excited that I finally found something, and they wanted 2 weeks for alterations. I got it last night. I'll pick it up 2 days before the concert. Perfect. I'm going to take this same brush, color switch it just a little bit, and go into the Droid Protocol shadow in the child and just add a little bit of brown to this very, very outer corner. Only a little bit. I'm not even carrying it up into the crease. I'm just tapping it in the outer V right here. It's just adding a slight layer of depth and warmth on top of the warm green that I've already laid down. But really, it's just bringing in a smidge more dimension. Honestly, now I'm not really sure what I want to do. I'm tempted by several of the shimmers. I kind of want to use both of these silvery shimmers in the child palette because they're really good. They're really good. I haven't used this palette in a while. But then I also want to bring in something that's a little less expected using the Muppets palette. I was kind of thinking the pink. Pink and green can be done really, really well. I have not quite succeeded with that yet. All right, I think I'm going to take my finger and take the shade Right Hand Mando from the child palette and lay this on my lid space. I think I'll try to bring in some pink on the inner lower lash line. In the first music and makeup reel that I did a while ago, I used the Tinkerbell Sprinkle a Little Magic palette, and I used the greens and pinks together in a way that wasn't very good. It ended up looking quite grungy and brownish and not in a flattering way. Anyway, I have learned and grown from there. I think I'll just bring pink maybe on the lower lash line. So that's the update on the concert. It is upcoming. I'm really excited. We finally got emails talking about all the details and whatnot, and we haven't gotten any music yet. Like, we know we were given 2 song options and we told them which one we would prefer to sing. So that's a weird thing to be part of a competition. You're actually competing against other people and you want to showcase your best. But to have someone else choose your music, very strange. Now, the people who chose the music were the conductor and the Broadway star. They obviously know what they're talking about and were considering the voice type and your style and preferences and how you auditioned, etc. But it's still really weird to be in a competition and not be able to select your own material. It's very strange. But I like it because it's challenging. It's like, okay, here you go. What can you do with it? You know, that sort of thing. It's a good time. From the Muppets palette, I'm taking a smaller, and it's still a blending brush, but it's a bit more pinched. I'm going into the shade Haute Holidays, and I'm putting that on my lower inner lash line. There we go. That brings in the pink. This is a pink matte, sort of a mid-tone, obviously. The other thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is my YouTube uploading schedule. It's usually 3 videos throughout the week and then 1 on Saturday. And I try to make it so that my videos throughout the week are more tutorials, and then my Saturday videos are a little bit longer, more chatty, themed kinds of videos. That's been my pattern. I would love to be able to continue that, and I'm going to try to. but I also want to make sure that I'm getting as much snuggle time as I can with my newborn and not putting undue pressure on myself to maintain some fictitious YouTube schedule that I have placed upon myself. Like, it's really not that important. And what is important is my family, my home, my children, taking care of everything. I just need, I think, some time to get into a new routine, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I think that's fully understandable and expected. So as much as I want and will try to maintain the YouTube upload schedule that I've been doing, I am going to give myself grace, and if that doesn't happen, it's okay. Smaller blending brush, now going into this neon-y yellow green color called Frazzled. This is my inner corner highlight. I'm just going to do my best, and I'm going to continue to have fun, because if I stress myself about a YouTube upload schedule, it's not going to be fun anymore. And if I ever find that it's stressful for me to try to create content and then edit and upload, which before was very enjoyable, if it ever gets to the point where it's stressing me out because of all my other duties and responsibilities, I have to step back from making YouTube videos, because that is literally one of the least important things. Now and then there's a little bit of a break. It's okay. Okay, here we go. Here is the look all said and done. In my waterline, I used the shade from ColourPop's Creme Gel Liners. It's the shade Boots, and it's just a bright pink, a little bit on the darker side. On my lips, I'm wearing Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Showering Sunset, and this liner from Maybelline in the shade 134 Pink Wink. Everything is linked in the description box. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I think the eye look is pretty. I actually think I probably would not have put the pink on the lower lash line. I might have just brought in more green and done that bright green at the inner corner if I were to go back and redo it. But overall, I think it's nice. Thank you for being with me today and for hearing about my concert update and my gown update and my YouTube schedule update. Again, this is a hobby which I really, really enjoy. I think I enjoy making videos as much as you guys might enjoy watching them, possibly more, because I get to be creative on my side of things. And this is not something that I plan on giving up. I just wanted to let you know, which I may have done in a previous video, I'm losing track, that having a newborn is an adjustment, and I need to figure out what my free time looks like when I can't rely on my child's schedule. You know, she is up and down at all hours, day and night. So I think I just have to take it a day at a time right now. If I'm able to film, great. I will happily film and get a video out there for you guys, but I can't promise it's going to be quite as regular as it has been in the last year or so, at least for the next few months. It's just going to be day at a time for a little while, and I have to be okay with that. So I know that you guys understand. A lot of my subscribers are parents themselves. They totally understand. I have a great group of supportive and encouraging people. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Thanks for coming back if you've been here before. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss new uploads, and I'll see you guys again really soon in my next video. Bye!